and you can't stop your body. This is part 2, by the way. It stopped. And it hurts so bad. It hurts. And my eyesight was going out. It would like glaze over. Like, it would be like I was being pulled away and everyone was going away. Like they're going farther. And I was just going into this darkness. Oh, a tunnel, like tunnel vision. And it would get white and cover it. And I would have to blink and will myself like almost awake. And my husband had called 911. The ambulance arrived because our EMS here that we have are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you. One of my family childhood friends, Katie Schlebaugh. I don't know why God put her on that ambulance, but he did that night. It was so nice to have someone that I could cling onto if I would have died, because I knew that I was dying. At least I would have some sort of comfort. Someone that I knew with me and not a complete stranger. They were loading me in the ambulance. Sorry, I didn't think I would cry, obviously. It's very traumatizing. And I haven't been able to tell so many people because I didn't want people to pity me or think of me differently. And I didn't want to seek attention for this. Obviously, this is horrible. But I remember them loading me up in the ambulance. And I, with mustered enough strength to tell them, please don't go. I couldn't even form words. I just looked at my husband, thinking this was the last time. And in the look that I gave him, I couldn't speak, but it was, I love you. Take care of our boys. And I couldn't say those words. Sorry, I'm blubbering. But it's the raw emotion that I haven't been able to tell anyone. It sucked. And I don't remember much of the ambulance ride, but Katie Schlebaugh, I love you. Thank you for keeping me alive that entire time. She told me that ambulance ride. I just remember looking at her, and after a while, I don't remember nothing else. She told me I passed out several times, and she had to rouse me. And my pulse was like really low. And my temperature was really high. It was 102 and rising. When I got there, that's when I met that ER doctor, the beautiful African-American woman. And that's where I got transferred, emergency, very quickly, up to Summa Health. That's where they instantly got me in Summa Health and did every test under the moon. Instantly got me nausea meds, instantly got me pain meds, and hydration. They're like, wow, you're so dehydrated. You're in so much pain. And they're like, yeah, this is not okay. The enzymes, your liver enzymes, they're high. Anyone that can see that should not have discharged you. That's where it started. For me to unravel that a lot of everything that happened to me was absolutely wrong. Should never happen. Mistakes happen, accidents happen, yeah. And you can fix them. But these people did not. They called me crazy instead. And literally threw me to the curb to die. And that's exactly what I was doing. I had began the early stages of sepsis. In turn, that caused me to also get pancreatitis. Caused lesions on my pancreas, my liver as well. I had to go into emergency surgery, but they didn't have a specialist in the hospital at that point. He was at their different branch that night, and so they took me there. It was quite a drive. And overnight, I was put into like a twilight sleep. And it was like a MRCP type deal. They were consistently, um, I was in like twilight, but I was like aware, but like really out of it, but like calm. But aware of what was going on. They even told me everything. I remember everything. They said sometimes you don't remember at all. I remember everything. Everything that he did to save my life. Because they in fact found that my bile duct was perforated. And I was in fact leaking bile straight into my chest, cavity in my stomach, behind my liver. And it has caused me to rot. Some of my insides were damaged, and I was going septic and I was going to die. Had I not told my husband to call 911, I would not be here. I would be dead. But I, again, still had to fight for my life after this. So with this, he took syringes of black bile out of my body that was behind my liver. He had to go through with a syringe. I can't even, that's how big that syringe is. That was the needle. Okay? The syringes that he took out were this big. They were filled with black bile that was in my body, just sitting, killing me. And I was just crazy, right? I'm not intelligent, right? Wrong. And then the kicker after this, and he apologized to me, the surgeon who was doing this to me. He said, Kelsey, I'm sorry for this, but it's so bad. We have to put a drain through your liver. And I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. And I gave him a fist bump. I said, you're saving me. Thank you. And I felt him do it. Like, it wasn't pain, but like I felt a little tuggy. Because you're aware. Well, at least I was. I was very vivid. And then 2 days later, that's when they went in and I had another emergency surgery to put in a stent to close or clamp the bile duct and to fix the perforation that Michael Schell had caused. Because you can accidentally cut it, and that's what causes the perforation or the tear. It is very common to happen. And anyone aware of the symptoms that I had would automatically have known that since I had that, that's what could have happened. And they could have easily have found it if they did an endoscope. You remember I begged that doctor to do that? And he denied me and called me crazy. So they did that. And I was in the hospital for 27 days. 27 days away from my children. My husband, my mom, my dad. Anyone, because it was COVID height too, so I couldn't have visitors, so I was very utterly alone. And since then, about 20% of my life is in the hospital, weeks on end, to correct what has been done. Because of one doctor telling me I was crazy. And me not having the confidence enough to believe in me knowing myself enough. Never again. Never again. Never. Anyways, after that, I had PTSD. Still do. Every single time I go to a specialist, I'm like, please help me find what's wrong. Fix me. I want to be normal again. I want to eat food and not barf it up or keep it in my tummy long enough. It doesn't go through me, you know what I mean? I know life's not fair sometimes. And I don't want to be a complainer. Excuse me. Because I have a truly blessed life and I appreciate everything far more because of this. And I think this was supposed to happen because of this. I appreciate things so far more than anybody that I've seen right now. Like, I don't know. I don't want to talk myself up, but I appreciate things far more. It's more amazing to me that life is very short. When you think everything is fine, it could not be, and it could change in the next day. It did for me, and my children could be visiting my grave instead of coming to wake me up in the morning. I'm done crying. I'm alive. That's a big blessing. And I'm able to do this and tell you my story. I'm alive. And now I get to share it with you and continue this crazy journey that I call life. And get to be authentically me. And I have been seeing this new doctor. His name is Dr. Friend up in Worcester, gastrointestinal internal medicine doctor. Let me tell you, the time that I had with that doctor, he is awesome. Awesome. And he was not happy, let's just say that, with how the doctor, Michael Show, behaved. And made me scared of doctors. And messed up and didn't fix his mess up. And sometimes you just get a tear on your bile duct because of taking your gallbladder out. It just happens. And you need to go in and fix it. And I am completely understanding of that.